Fletcher, the Don Pedro of Aragon, comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
Victory twice itself when the achiever brings home 4 numbers. I find here that Don Pedro bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He had borne himself beyond the promise of his years, doing the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
Yes, an uncle here in Messina would be very much glad of it.
I've already delivered him letters, and there appears much joy in him.
Did he break out into tears?
In great measure.
Kind overflow of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so wise. How much better is it to weep at joy than to joy at weeping?
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady.
What is he that you ask for needs?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and pleasant as he ever was.
I pray you, how many have he killed and eaten in these wars? For indeed I promise to eat all his killing.
Pray, please, you tax Signor Benedict too much. You must not, sir, mistake my needs. There is a kind of merry war between Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wits between them.
I see, lady, the gentleman is not in your book.
No, anywhere I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, you will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught in the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. He hath cost the Benedict. It will cost him £1,000 ere be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, me.
No, not till a hot January.
Oh, Don Pedro is approached.
Signor Benedict, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. What trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow abides and happiness takes its leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother has many times told me so. Were you down, sir, that you asked her? Signor Benedict, no, but then were you a child?
You haven't fooled Benedict. We may guess by this what you are, being a man. Truly, the lady mothers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
Signor Leonardo, be your father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody mocks you.
What, my dear lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert into disdain when you come in her presence.
Then his courtesy had turned cold. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies. Only you accepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love not.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with the pernicious sooner. I thank God and my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I would rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape of her decimate scratch face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
Well, you're a parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
And that is the sum of all. Leonardo, Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo, have invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least a month. And he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the Prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm a man of few words, but I thank you.
Please at your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo. We will go together.
Benedict, did Benedict know the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In my eyes, she is the sweetest lady that I ever looked on.
I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury. Exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn to the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Look, Don Pedro is returned to seek you.
What secret had held you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear it, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man, I would have you think so, but on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
Amen if you love a fool, the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth I speak my fault.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two fists and trust, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part except in force of will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her the most humble thanks. But that I will have a retreat winded in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me, I will live a bachelor.
Well, as time shall try. In time, the savage bull don't bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. And let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here's a good horse to hire. Let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict the married man.
If this should ever happen, thou must be horned, man.
Nay, Cupid hath not lost all his quiver in Venice. Thou wilt quake for this shortly.
I look for an earthquake. True that.
Well, you temporize with the hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonatus, commend me to him and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made great preparation.
You have almost matter in me for such an ambassage, and so I commit you
to the tuition of God from my house to my head.
The 6th of July, your loving friend, Benedict.
Nay, mock not. The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guard was slightly basted on neither. Ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience, and so I leave you.
My liege, your highness, may now do me good.
My love is thine to teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn. Anyhow, let's make you be good. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. Was it not to this very end that thou beganst to twist so fine a story?
How sweetly do you minister to love that would know love's grief by his complexion. But least my liking might too sudden seem, I would have salvaged it along with trees.
No. What need the bridge much broader than flooded? The fairest grant is the necessity. Look, what will serve is fit. 'Tis once, Claudio, 'tis once thou lovest, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell fair Hero that I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll enclasp my heart, taking her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then after, to her father will I break. And the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently. Come on.
Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no occasion in the measure that breathes. Thus the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it?
Not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
Oh, I wonder that being as thou sayest, thou art Porno no Saturn, goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have occasion and laugh at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and wait on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make a full show of this until you may do it without control. You ever laid it out against your brother, And he has taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible you should take true root. Provide fair weather if you make yourself.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better befits my blood to be stained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattery honest man, it must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with the muzzle and enfranchised with the claw. Therefore, I have decided not to sing in my cage. If I had a mouth, I would bite.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make use of it all because I use it only. But who's there? Ah, Baraccio.
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonardo, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it make a model to build mischief upon? What fool is he that trusts himself to unkindness?
Marriage. It is your brother's right hand.
Who? Count Claudio? A proper squire.
Marry on who? The daughter and heir of Leonardo.
A very forward-marched chick. Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart have all the glory of women. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Good. Let us to the banquet.
There's not Count John here at supper.
I saw him not.
How tawdry that gentleman looks. I never can see him, yet I'm heartburnt an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man, Faith, just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too like an image and says nothing. The other, too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
By my troth, niece, thou would never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd if I come.
And Faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall let him God send him that way. For it is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horn.
Just if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Oh, Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face.
You may like a husband with no beard.
What shall I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, well, I look to him.
Well, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith. It is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But yet, for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men out of some other metal than earth.
Don't you? Remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer. The revelers are entering, brother. Let's go!
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you look softly and walk sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk. And especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
When please you to say so?
When I like your favorite. For God defend the loop should be the cage.
My visor is Philemon's roof. Within the house is Joe.
Well, then your visor should be fat.
Speak low if you speak of love.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are.
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Well, it was Signor Benedict who said so.
What's he?
Did he never make you laugh? I'm sure you know him well enough.
I pray you. I do not know him.
He never made you laugh?
I pray you, what's he?
Why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Oh, do. We must follow the leader.
In every good thing.
Surely my brother is amorous on Hero and has walked away with her brother to break with him on it. Women followed her, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Ah. You are very near my brother in his love. He's enamored on Hero. I would that you dissuade him from her. She is no equal from his birth. You would do an honest man's job in it.
How know you he loves her?
Why, I heard him swear it.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Indeed. Let us to the great supper.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince moves for himself. Love is constant in all things, save the office and affairs of love.
Count Claudio,
Yea, the same.
come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow. About your own business, County. What fashion will you wear the garland of? About your head, like a usurer's chain, or under your arm, like a lieutenant's scarf, you must wear it one way. For the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drover.
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, now you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, then I'll leave you.
Alas, poor Hurst foul. Now will he creep into sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me? Ha, the prince is fool. It may be I go into that title because I'm married. Yea, but so I'm apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, senor, where's the count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I played the part of Lady Fame. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace has got the goodwill of this young lady. Yes. And I offered him my company to a willow tree, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped. The lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her, she is much wronged by you.
Well, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking that I'd been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was dumber than a great dog, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poignards and every word stabs.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will fetch you a toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair off the great Khan's beard, do you any ambassadors to the Pygmies rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy? You have no employment for me.
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it, a double heart for his single one. Marry, once before he won it with false dice, therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
How now, Captain? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor, well, but civil, Count. Civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think thy blazon to be true, though I'll be sworn, if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortune. His grace had made the match, and in grace say amen to it.
Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest held of joy. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin.
Niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady, she were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh Lord, my Lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Captain Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches to love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence the 7th night, and a time too soon, too, to have all things answer my mind.
Come, you shake the handed so long of reading. But I warrant thee, Claudio, our time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. The one with the other. I would fain have a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My Lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin do a good husband.
And Benedict is not the hopeless husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of a noble strain, approved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. Oh, if we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer, his glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my trick. Come on.
It is true. Count Claudio will marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, I can cross it.
Tell me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero.
I know, yeah.
I can at any unseatable instant of the night appoint her to look out the lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies for you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you might hold up to a contaminated stell, such a one as hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero, and kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them I would endeavor anything.
Go then. Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances, which shall bear no less likelihood to see me at the lady's chamber window. Hear me call Margaret. Hero! Bring them to see us the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter that hero shall be absent, and there shall appear such seeming truth of hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue you can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning, and my fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusations, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I will go learn the date of their marriage.
another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man as Claudio had known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife. Now had he rather learned the tabor and the pipe. I've known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor. And now will he lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet? May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. One woman is wise, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. Another is fair, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich, she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse. An excellent musician, and her hair shall be of what color? It please God. Ha! The Prince of Messina love. I will hide me in the arbor.
Come, Balthazar. We shall hear that music.
Yes, how still the evening is, as hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself?
Oh, very well. We'll fit the kid fox with the pennyworth.
Come, Balthazar. We shall hear that song again.
Oh, that's not so bad a voice to hear any song twice, my lord.
It is the witness still of excellency to put a strange face on one's own perfection. I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. When we're deceivers ever, one put at sea and one on shore. The one thing constant never, but sigh not so and let them go. And be you blithe and bonny, confessing all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny.
No, Faith. Thou singest well enough for a ship.
And he had been a dog that should have howled us, they would have hanged him.
Yea, Mary, dost thou hear, Balthazar? I pray thee, get us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we would have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
Mr. Ken, my lord.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of the other day? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Stop on, the foul sits. I did never think the lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote of Signor Benedict, whom she has in all outward behavior seemed ever to abhor. By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what you think of it, but that she loved him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth, but counterfeit!
Faith-like enough, oh God. Counterfeit? There was never counterfeit. The passion came so near like the passion that she discovered it.
What effects of passion shows she?
Make the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my doctor tell you how.
She did indeed.
How, pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit invincible to all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
He has taken the infection. Hold it up.
Have she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swear she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This, says she now, and she's beginning to write to him. For she'll be up 20 times a night and there when she sits in her spot, till she have written a sheet of paper.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty just your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had written and was reading it over, she found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets. Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest as to write to one that she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him. If he writ to me, yea, for I love him, I should.
And then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses, oh, sweet Benedict, God, give me patience.
Shall we go see Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let him wed out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. Let her wear her heart out first.
Ah, well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. Ha! I do love Benedict well, and could wish that he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy. So good a lady!
Please it your grace, lead on.
Ah, shall we?
This can be no trick. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love me. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition of her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be hardly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth he cannot endure in his age. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Look, here comes Beatrice.
Against my will, I intend to bid you come to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yea, senor, just so much as you may take upon a knight's point. You have no stomach, senor? Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much as to say that any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I am a Jew. I will go get her picture.
When Beatrice doth come, and we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must be only of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this is Cupid's crafty arrow made, that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
Well, they did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not Benedict deserve as full, as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall count upon?
Oh, God of love! I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backward. If fair face, She would say the gentleman should be her sister. If speaking, why, a vane blown with all winds. If silent, why, a block moved with none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and to virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is not commendable. Yet, tell her of it. Hear what she will say?
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion, and truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His Excellency did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day. Tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires, and have thy opinion which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's limed, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in my ears? Can this be true? Oh, Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness will incite thee to bind her loved up in a holy band. For others who report thou thus desert, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Gallant, I am not as I have been. So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Oh, hang him, Druid. There is no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched by love. If he be sad, he wants money.
Yet I say he's in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be the fancy he hath to strange disguises. Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheeks has already stuffed tennis balls.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did. Like the loss of a beard.
Nay, rubs himself with Givette.
That's as much to say the sweet youth's in love. But I know who loves him.
That's what I know too, but I warrant one that knows him not.
And his ill conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache? Oh, senor, walk aside with me. I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life, to break with him about Beatrice.
Yes, even so.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good din, brother.
If you have a moment, I would speak with you.
What's the matter? In private.
But what I have to say includes Count Claudio as well. Means your lordship to get married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that one. He knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better by me that you now will hear me manifest. For my brother, I know he loves you well, and hath heart to hope your marriage. And is she ill-suited and a laborer ill-begotten?
Why, what's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortly, for she has been too long a-talking. The lady is disloyal.
Who, hero?
Even she? Leonato's hero? Your hero? Every man's hero.
Disloyal?
You know, the word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Like, you have a better title, and I will put her to it. But wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me, and you shall see for yourselves. that even on the night of her wedding, someone enters her window.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
You love her then. Tomorrow wed her. But it would be better for you to change your mind for honor's sake.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not wed her tomorrow. In the congregation where I should wed, I will shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you. Bear witness for yourself.
Oh, day untowardly turned.
Oh, Mr. Strangely Thornton!
Oh, plague right prevented.
Oh, you will see when you have seen the sequel.
But they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that's more punishment too good for them. If they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
You won't get Sir or George Siegel, for he can write and read.
To be a well-favored man is a gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, why give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there's no need of such vanity. You are thought to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagrom men and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How will not stand?
Then take no note of him and let him go and presently call the rest of the watch together and thank God you are rid of a name.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's watch.
True. And you are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You should also make no noise in the streets. For the watch to babble and talk is most tolerable, and not to be indoors.
Oh, we would rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman. Why can't I see how sleeping should be? Only have care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk, get them to bed.
But if they not stand?
Why then, let them alone until they are sober, and if they make you not then the better answer, you may say they are not the men that you took them for.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect them by virtue of your office as being no true man. And for such kind of men, why, the less you meddle and make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may. But I think they that such bitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is.
Well, you have always been called a merciful man, Arthur.
Truly, I will not hang a thief by my will, much more a man who have any honesty in him.
Well, Master, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench till 2, and then all off to bed.
One word, honest neighbor. I pray you watch about Senor Leonato's door. The wedding being there tomorrow, there is great Claudio tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you.
What, Conrad? Conrad, I say.
Here, man. I'm at thy elbow.
Mass in thy elbow itch. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will hold thee in answer for that. And now, forward with thy tale.
Stand thee close then, here under this penthouse for it drizzles rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee. Therefore, know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so terrible?
Thou should rather ask if it were possible that any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
That shows thou art unconfirmed. Thou knowest that the fashion of a doublet or a hat or a cloak is nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
Oh, I mean the fashion. I might as well say the fool's the fool.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Is thou not here, somebody?
No, 'twas the vein on the house.
Seest thou not, I say, what a deformed thief this fashion is?
Of this I see, and I see that the fashion wears out more apparel than the man. And art not thou thyself giddy with this fashion too, that thou hast shifted out of thy tale into telling me fashion?
Not so neither. But know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, the Lady Hero's gentlewoman by the name Hero. She leans me out her mistress' chamber window, bids me 1,000 times, good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the Prince Claudio and my master planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John saw far off from the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was Hero?
2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths which first possessed them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio enraged, swore he would meet her the next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw o'ernight, and send her home again without husband.
We charge you in the prince's name, stand!
Call up the right master constable. We've discovered the most vile piece of treachery ever in the entire kingdom.
Masters,
Let us speak! We charge you, let us obey you to go with us. Ah!
You're likely to be proved a goodly commodity being taken up.
a commodity in question I want you from.
Yes, good!
Il-hi-ho!
For a hawk, a horse, or the husband?
Or the letter that begins them all, H.
These gloves the Count sent me, they are of an excellent good perfume.
I'm stuffed, cousin, I cannot smell.
A maiden stuffed? There's a goodly catching of a cold.
By my troth, I am sick.
Get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus?
Benedictus?
You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No, by my troth I meant plain holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think that you are in love? Nay, Fire Lady, I am not such a fool to list what I think, nor I think not to list what I can, nor indeed I cannot think, if I could think my heart out of thinking, that you are in love, or that you can be in love, or that you will be in love.
What pace is this thy tongue keeps?
Help to dress me, good cuz.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Marry the satyr, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man, Virgil, sir. Speaks a little off the matter, sir. An old man, sir. And his wits not as blunt, God help us, I would desire they were. But in faith, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God I'm as honest as any man living that is an old man, and no more honester than I.
Comparisons are odorless palabras, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor Duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it on your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, huh?
Yea, and it were 1,000 pounds more than it is, for I hear as good an exclamation on your worship as any man in the city. And though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short to view.
Give respect, God give.
I must leave you.
One word, sir. Our what, sir, have indeed comprehended two auspicious persons. And we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examinations yourself and bring it to me. I'm now in great haste.
It shall be subjects. Go, good partner. Get thee to the sexton. Bid him to bring the pen and inkhorn to the gale. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warned you. Here's to drive some of them to a non-come, only get the learned writer to send down our excommunication and meet us at the jail.
Francis, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount your particular duties afterwards.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No, to be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to marry this count?
I do.
If either of you should know any inward impediment as to why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Standing by, Father. Father, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
That's freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpose this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but a sign and semblance of her honor.
What do you mean?
Behold how like a maid she blushes here.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knot my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord.
You seem to me as Diane in her order. As chaste as the air it be blown. But you are more intemperate than Venus, or those savage animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak, so what?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored to have gone about to lead my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, these things are spoken, and they are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Let me but move one question to your daughter, and bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so, and thou art my child.
What man was he who talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why, then are you no maiden? Leonato, I am sorry, upon mine honor, you must hear. My brother, myself, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, talk with a ruffian outside her chamber window at that hour last night, who hath indeed most, like a liberal villain, confessed to the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Bye. They are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There's not chastity enough in a language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy misgovernment.
Oh, hero, what a hero hast thou been, if thou had placed half thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart among thy heart. But farewell, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity.
Hath no man's dagger here point for me.
Oh, no, Cousin Hero, wherefore think you down?
Come, let us go. These things come to us delight.
Oh, no.
Smother her spirits up.
Oh, no, Cousin Hero.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, Uncle!
Death is the fairest cover for her shame.
Oh, and my soul, my cousin, is belied.
Lady, were you a bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed, confirmed. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie, who loved her so that speaking of her foulness washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die.
No, hear me a little. Call me a fool. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling nor divinity. If this sweet lady lie not guiltless under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be.
Lady, what man is he that you are accused of?
They know that do accuse me. I know none.
There's some strange misprision in the princess.
Two of them have the very bent of honor. And if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard.
I know not.
Spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. But if they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish that she is dead indeed.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. For it so falls out that what we have we prize not to the worth, whilst we enjoy it. But being lacked and lost, why then we rack the value. Then we find the virtue that possession would not show us whilst it was ours. So it will fare with Claudio when he shall hear that she died upon his words. The idea of her life shall sweetly creep into the study of his imagination, and every lovely organ in her life will become more moving, delicate, and full of life, until the eye and prospect of his soul than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn. Oh, let this be so. And doubt not but success will fashion it in better likelihood than I could ever think so of.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented, presently away. Come, lady, die to live this wedding day. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I shall weep a while longer.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
Ah, how much the man might deserve of me that would right her.
May a man do it?
Ah, it is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange is the thing I know not.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that could be devised to it, I protest I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
Do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio!
Ha! Not for the wide world.
Ah, you kill me to deny it? Farewell!
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
Ah, you dare easier be friends with me than fight with my enemy?
We'll be friends first.
Ah, there is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Tarry, good Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Is he not approved in the height of villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Oh, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him.
Has our whole assembly appeared?
Oh, a stool and a cushion for the sexton.
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, that am I and my partner.
Yes, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary, let them come before me. Master, what is your name, friend?
Horatio.
Pray, write down Horatio. Yours, sir.
I am a gentleman, sir. My name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope that they serve God. It will go near to be thought so shortly, but you know what? You are already proved to be false knaves. How answer you for yourselves?
Mary, sir, we say we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, but I will go about with him shortly. Come you hither, sir. A word in your ear. Sir, it is thought that you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, I am none.
Stand aside, for God, they are both in a tale. Have you read down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yeah, that's thee up this way. Come. Let the watch come before me. I charge you in the prince's name. Accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why, it's flat perjury to call a prince's brother a villain.
Master Constable.
Pray thee, fellow, peace. I do not let
him say else.
I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
He said that he was married, that he received 1,000 ducats of Don John for betraying the lady hero, accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yea, by mass that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his word to disgrace hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain! Thou would be condemned in everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
That is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John was this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonatos. I will go before and show him their examination.
Let them be opinion.
Let them be in the hand.
Off coxcomb. Where's the sexton? God's my life. Right down the prince's officer coxcomb.
Away, you are an ass. You are an ass.
Dost thou not suspect my face? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. Though it be not written down, forget not that I am an ass. Know thou, villain, I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as is any in Messina. And one that knows the law go to, and a rich fellow enough go to, and one who has had losses, and everything handsome about. Bring him away. Oh, that he were here to write me down an arse.
Comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good day to both of you. Here you, my lord.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lord. Well, very well then. Are you so hasty now?
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him? Thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler. Thou, nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if you should give your age such cause for fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, tush, man. Never flee and jest at me. I say, thou if you lie, my innocent child. Thy slander's gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in the tomb where never scandal slept. Say this of her, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You speak not right, old man.
Canst thou so dash me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, and men indeed. But that's no matter. Let him kill one first. When me and where me? Let him answer me. Come, boy. Follow me. Come, sir boy. Come. Follow me, sir boy. I'll whip you from your pointing fence. Nay, as I'm a gentleman, I will.
Antony.
Come. Content yourself. God knows I love my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains that dare as well answer a man indeed as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
My brother, Antony.
Come, 'tis no matter. Don't you deal in this. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen both, we will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but she was charged with nothing but that which was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come, brother, away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we were to seek.
What news, senor?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part almost afraid.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off with two old men without teeth.
Leonato and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we would have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there is no true valor. I came to seek you both. Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You've killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
What a feast. A feast.
In faith, I thank him. He has bid me a calf's head and a caper, the which, if I do not carve most curiously, save my life's not. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Sir, your wit ambles well. It goes easily.
Ah! I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hast a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. Ah, no, said I. A great wit, right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I. Ah, a good wit. Just, said she, for it hurts nobody. Oh, the gentleman is wise. Ah, certain, says she. A wise gentleman. Ah, no. Ah, he hath the tongue. Ah, that I believe, says she. For he forswore a thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore to me on Tuesday morning. There's a double tongue. There's two tongues. Oh, thus did she an hour together transhape thy particular virtues, yet at last she concluded thus with a sigh that thou wast the properest man in it.
For the which she wept heartily and said she cared not.
Yea, that she did, but yet for all that, if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
All. And moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yea, and the text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humor. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. My lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then,
Peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and out of warranty, for the love of Beatrice.
And have challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
But soft you, let me be and pluck up my heart. Be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled? What? Oh, how now? My brother's been in chains in Baraccio 1?
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers! What have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanderous. Sixth and lastly, they have belied lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First I ask thee, what have they done? Thirdly I ask thee, what is their offense? Sixth and lastly, why are they committed, and what do you lay to their charge?
Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer, do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these fellow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero. How you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments. How you then disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusations. And briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron to your blood?
I have drunken poison while he's uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice
Sweet
of it.
hero, now thy image doth appear in rare semblance that I loved it first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time, the sexton have reformed Senor Leonato of the matter. Here, and if not to mention when time and place shall serve, the time. Amenas!
Here, here comes Master Senor Leonato and the sexton.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
You would know your wronger. Look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy threat has killed my innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had a hand in it.
Leonardo, I know not how to pay your praises, but I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose upon me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin, but sinned I not, but in mistaken.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good old man, I will bend under any heavy weight he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both possess the people in Messina hear how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house. Since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost a copy of my child that's dead. And she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
O noble sir, your overkindness doth bring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow then, I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but hath always been just and virtuous in anything that I do know by her.
More honor, sir, which is not under white and black. This plaintiff here, the defenders, did call me us. Let me remember their punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains. Theirs for thy pains. I discharge thee of thy prisoners.
I leave an errant knave with your worship. I wish your worship well. If a merry meeting should be desired, God prohibit it. Come.
Until tomorrow morning, Lord. Farewell.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
Hey, Lord!
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
Dalton, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw to a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hear the mass.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me or undo me, one of them. Truth it is, good senor, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I, my daughter, lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight 12 I think you got from me, from Claudio and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your good will may stand with ours, this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio now.
Welcome to this fair assembly.
Good morning, Prince. Good morning, Claudio. Call her forth. Here's the friar ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
This same is she, and I do give you her.
Why then she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this friar, I am your husband if you like with me.
When I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certain. One hero died, defiled, but I do live, and certain as I live, I am a maid.
All this can I qualify. When after the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely the fair hero's death. Let time and death seem familiar, and let us presently meet at the chamber.
Friar, which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Ha! Why no more than reason.
Why then the prince and Claudio have been deceived, they swore you did.
Ah, do not you love me?
Troth no more than reason.
Why then, my cousin Margaret and Hero are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They said you were almost sick for me.
Ah, they said you were well nigh dead for me.
Come, cousin, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a paper rich in his hand, fashioned from his own pure hand. To be.
And here's another, writ in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
Well,
Dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
Come, we'll friends, let's have a dance and we are married. Come, I will have thee, but by this light I take thee for pity.
I will not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Benedict, how dost you now?
Let's have a dance and we are married.
My lord, your brother John is tamed in flight and brought with all men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, piper! Strike up!